Good morning, FWCS Building Technology Coordinators. I'm Steve Armstrong, your Wayne Family Technology Coordinator.
I'm Rick Herber, the Northrop Family District Technology Coordinator.
Thank you for joining us. We hope that by doing this over a Zoom live stream, that we save you a little bit of time from driving down to Face and parking, finding a parking spot, and then coming in and waiting on us to start the meeting. So we went over this meeting a couple times, this format. We think it's going to be really beneficial to all of us. It's going to be quick and easy, and we'll be wrapped up today in less than 15 minutes. So Rick,
Great.
Take it away.
Thank you. Well, we want to welcome everyone today. Thank you for joining us on this chilly October morning. We want to encourage you, if you missed yesterday's session with Matt and Diana, it was absolutely fantastic. So look at our technology resource page and then check that out. Today we want to give you some updates of what is taking place on the back end of what we do. And one of the things that we want to talk about is Land School. That's a big hit for a lot of our schools today. What is Land School? So if you don't know what Land School is, it's a software tool that will help us do, we can monitor our students with it, but there's also an instructional side to it as well. So
what do you mean, Rick, monitor our students? What's that mean?
Well, as far as monitoring our students, what it does is it produces icons within the software that you'll be able to see what the students are doing actually on their laptop themselves or desktop. It goes on the PC side of it.
And as we get to one-to-one, we have a few schools piloting that for us this year. Can you do that in a one-to-one school as well?
Oh, absolutely. And I'll explain there's a little bit different method of actually setting your class list up versus an elementary school.
All right, let's dive into it.
Okay, great. So as an instructional side piece to it, on the Land School side, what we have is we want to make sure that to help enhance instruction that the communication part can take place within Land School itself. Students and teachers can actually leverage the digital side of it to showcase what they're doing. New to Land School this year, we're going to do an update that will help us with the registry settings for some of our machines that seem to fall asleep on us. That will help that side out. I want to emphasize that it's not a direct replacement for your classroom management, but it is an enhancement tool that will help you kind of help monitor that. How we set that up is a little bit different from the elementaries to the secondary. The elementary schools will actually use a single channel for the teacher, and the cart will be on a single channel as well. Those channels will be on the same setting, and then when the teacher accesses it, they'll actually see what machines that are present with it within that classroom there. On the secondary, as we look at our one-to-one schools and students are moving throughout the building carrying their laptops to classes, we're going to utilize a function called dynamic class list. We have worked with our technology folks to create a file that will allow us to access all the classes and the students that are in it. I'm currently making a screencastify, and I'll have that up by the end of this week to show the folks at the secondary level how they can actually connect their classes and join their students to their class.
Rick, do you want to show us when you create that screencastify, where are you going to put that video?
Yeah, so right now I'm currently on just the main landing page of our PowerSchool Learning. We want to emphasize that as we move forward, there is so much that's happening within technology that we're going to utilize our technology resource page to list a lot of these items that we're talking about. And you can find that resource page if you're on your main landing portal page and you select the Extras tab. That will open up another window here that if you scroll down to the bottom, you'll see a technology resource class. Select that. And here's where we break it down. Actually, the pages are broken down by topic. So just take some time to go through these resources here and look at them. So for example, today we are doing, talked a little bit about Land School. So there's a Land School resource page. If I select that, it's going to show you, hey, there's a lot of information that's available out there for Land School as walkthroughs and tutorials on the page itself. But I will place a screencastify for how people can connect to the one-to-one schools at the secondary level. Okay.
Perfect. All right. So next up, iPads.
Sure.
Okay. All right. We're going to, and this will be real brief for high school that is following us right now. But we wanted to show you a new setting that's important. If you still have class sets of iPads, this is a setting that you'll want to turn on. Mainly, this will be in our afternoon session today when we have our elementary and middle schools. But I want to take you through just real quick, follow along here. If we are on our iPad screen, up in the top right, I have my settings gear. I click on that gear, and that gets me into the settings. I want to scroll down over here to the left, and I want to look for passwords and accounts right here. So I click on that, and yours will look a little bit different on the student side. The student iPads are a little different, but when I click on passwords and accounts, the second box over here, autofill, there'll be an on-off switch right there. That's set to off right now on the student iPads. So that basically means that they can't log in and save their FWCS credentials to any website. What we want to do is we want to turn that on. And when you turn that on, it then allows the students to save their password. So for instance, our science curriculum right now is in Clever, but it's not authenticated to Clever. So it doesn't get the password information from Clever. So that will allow the students to save their password in there. So this is just on the iPad. So that's one setting we'll dive a little bit deeper into for our elementary people this afternoon. But I just wanted to share with you guys if you still had a set of iPads out there and that was something that was needed for your curriculum. So Rick, anything else that you had? We went over Land School.
Yeah, I wanted to talk a little bit about the 3D printing for the middle schools. The 3D printers, our Robo E3 printers, have been delivered to the middle schools. That was part of a grant that we received from the state. Our middle school folks are going to actually use curriculum called MySTEM Kits. And in order for them to do that, there are some walkthroughs that are available on the curriculum science pages for those folks, but there are also some resources that are available under our technology resource page that breaks it down. This is a 3D printer page that we created. Once again, tutorials, walkthroughs, handouts that you can access to help you make its way to you to help you on that. The other thing that I wanted to talk about today is our one-to-one rollout is continuing to take place, and our machines are really starting to show up at the warehouse. This does affect all K through 12 currently, as some of our machines that are coming in for the elementary, we are going to utilize using the Lenovo's to replace our older legacy machines out there, such as 255s and 650s. So that will really help us soon here to get all our elementaries at the Lenovo level. On the secondary side,
and we're close, Rick. We
are.
had a set of carts come in yesterday, and the teachers are excited. They're like, I've got my carts. We're just waiting on the iPad or the laptops themselves. So any day now.
Awesome.
Yeah.
On the secondary side of it, that's going to be dual purpose there. We're going to replace some of the legacy equipment, and we're also going to add some additional machines to our middle and high schools as well. Carts should be arriving for some of them tomorrow. I think there were like 64 carts to help with the distribution process on that as well. So we're well on our way. We're still not completed our 5-year plan yet. Northrop and Snyder will still need some additional support down the road.
Do you have any breaking news for us? Or
No.
I don't. Okay. Northrop and Snyder are definitely not one of my schools, so I'm good in the Wayne family.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. And then the last thing I wanted to hit was where we briefly talked about it earlier, where our technology resource page was. If you go to our landing page on our LMS.
And Rick, this is where we're putting all the information.
This is it.
So you can point this to your teachers out there for us. That'd be great.
Because, we have so many new things that are taking place here that we have to have a resource page in order to do that. We continue to update the blog as well weekly on that.
Yep. Okay.
So, Okay.
All right. So I wanted to go back to this little ad that we had real quickly. This is integrated is what we're calling all of our sessions that we do. Yesterday we had our integrated Ignite mini session. That's for all the participants that came to our Summer Ignite conference, just to give them a quick overview of some new and exciting tools that are out there in the education realm. And then this is our hashtag. So if you're on social media, FWCS Integrate Ed with the capital ED, that is our hashtag. We're posting stuff there daily. So if you need any updates or whatever, just tell your teachers about that. If you're on our Ignite session, we have some really cool freebies. You can join that if you weren't there yesterday. I know most of you in this session were, so we're excited about that. And I also put the dates in there for our next Tech Talk Live. These are what we're doing right now, are the Tech Talk Lives. That is November 21st. That is, Rick, I think everything. Nope, we're good on iPads. Yep. So anything else for you?
Oh, I just want to lead everyone on with a knock-knock joke today.
Oh,
That's
yes,
okay.
you did. I wrote down here. Does it have to anything to do with Alf? Is it?
No.
Okay, we're not going to talk about our little character.
Alf.
But go ahead, Rick. It's your stage.
All right, Steve, knock-knock.
Who's there?
Butch, Jimmy, and Joe.
Bush, Jimmy, and Joe who?
Put your arms around me, Jimmy a kiss, and Joe home.
All right, Rick.
My 93-year-old grandma told me that one.
If I unmute Mrs. Ibholm out here, I want to see if she's laughing. I don't know if we should do it. But once again, thank you so much for your time, guys. Enjoy your day.